Hi there, YouTube and bushcrafters. That is the bush chair that my little girl is demonstrating, and I was trying it out with just a stupid little dollar store 4x6 tarp instead of my. So you can see what I did was I did a second tripod, but I threw one of the legs up and on top. That allowed me to put a suspension there for a footrest, which is actually pretty comfortable. What I've done to make the I can't see my screen. I hope you guys can see this. So the tarp is rolled in it, and then I just punched a hole and tied a couple of lashes around both ends and the middle. This is yoked on so that it can be slid out and back depending on how long your legs are. And it goes down, and I've just got it yoked on here. Can you see that? I just got it yoked on here. It's a continuous loop, and it's actually pretty comfy. You could sure enough sleep in that thing. It is comfortable, and with a real hammock instead of that cheesy tarp, which I'm just playing with for experiment. All right, now I'll be back. I'm gonna try something. My daughter asked if I could put shade on it, and I thought, yeah, you could probably make that shady and rainproof. So we're gonna work on that. Hi guys. Okay, I'm back. Still using those two $1 4x6 tarps just to make a little thing. Actually, it's Daddy playing with his little girl in the yard, but you can see the potential for bushcrafting it. So using my tomahawk, I just kind of skinned down the tips to make them able to fit in the grommets, and then basically made one for each side. This one I tied off. Can you see that? All right, and then that would be, now, honestly, this is a 4x6 tarp. If it was much larger, I could trim my top sticks up here. I could trim those and run my tarp all the way back to, where's my finger? All the way back to here and tie it on. And then I could do the same out there on the end with those trimmed and have a big, a rather large get out of the weather type of a thing. In fact, you could kind of wrap the back of it on this pole like a teepee. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty easy to do. Lash the tripod together. I went with just a yoke, and then I folded the, let me get over here, I think the lighting is going to be better. So I just gathered the end of it and choked around it so that it couldn't come out to make that. And you can see bouncing around, even a little one can tear that up. I'm not recommending using a tarp for your bush seat. That is not a cheap tarp anyway. I mean, let's see if I can focus in. It's that really cheap stuff. This tarp was literally $1 at Dollar Tree. But with a decent bush seat and a larger tarp, you can see how this would be kind of useful. It's got the footrest. Still no table yet. All right, thanks for watching, guys.